Royal shirt to piss Jerry off. No one could find me one. I had to go to Boston and even get like a bid on that. It was horrible. So I was on the wagon for a little bit, not drinking, not doing drugs and everything like that. Still not doing drugs. The booze has come back, so I slightly prefer to think of coming off the wagon as taking that, preferably some sort of like IKEA piece of shit furniture, and just stomping the fucking life out of it on the ground, smashing it. That's how we do things around here. God. So interesting, I was sitting here earlier, Mike Steele was going through a set book, and I always glimpse, because I'm a cheater like that, I give a fuck. And I can never catch anything besides the titles for the sets. And have you ever just looked at it and grazed as it goes by and going, what the fuck is that about? Oh my, the blueberry cream pie haze? Well, my imagination at this point is just like, where? I have to know what he wants to know. It's like every portion of life, it just never works out. This is a good group here tonight. Jesus. Christians are against Starbucks. What the hell happened today? I woke up today and the whole world fell apart. Christians justify anything to justify their religion. It's as bad as me trying to justify my past sexual encounters to my current girlfriend. It's just fucking ridiculous. She's here, by the way. She's back. The only woman, I think, besides bartender and Carlisle, of course, here today. She's a god-awful piece of work. This poor girl is, if you put us on a spectrum, I'm still burning in hell while she's somewhere much nicer. I don't know where, but it's just not near me. God. So let's talk about fun stuff for a quick minute here. I gotta waste 10 minutes apparently. That was a bad idea, Carlisle. You're gonna regret this shit. So, my ex-girlfriend's vagina. Let's start here. I would, if you had to lay inside her or lay on the beaches of Chernobyl, I would still do Chernobyl every fucking time. She's so disease infested that they keep her in one of those like level 4 biohazard containment units where they keep shit like Ebola that we would love to use to burn through the population at least once. That's where she belongs in one of those places. We'd have a name for it though in upstate New York. It's called Clifton Park. For your own safety, people, stay away. The radioactive effects can be deadly. I just went out and did a trip to Corning, New York to go visit some college buddies of mine. I started doing stand-up out there, and it's always a good time out there. I went out, I spent about like $350, woke up, hungover, destroyed. And the worst part was that $350, even when they closed the bars at 1 a.m. for last call, that $350 boosted the economy by like 30% in that shithole town. I hate driving out there. It's 3.5 hours of dead towns. You guys know what type of towns we're talking about. We're all from upstate New York, Vermont. You guys know what type of dead towns. The ones where you're driving through, you have to stop to get directions. There's only a diner in the town. The diner's name's Diner. They go up to the fucking hours of operation. Hours of operation are like Tuesday, 3 to 4:45. I'm like, fuck! It's fucking... So yeah, no, I start dating this girl. I got a girlfriend. Yeah, to say something positive, you fucking assholes. I don't like it in a way because I love it, babe. I don't like it in a way because I can't be a complete degenerate. And I basically, when somebody was like, you're in a relationship, I was like, yeah, they're like, weed sales are going to triple in Albany, New York. I was like, they already fucking did. I had an interesting situation the other week. I got called in because, the one ex-girlfriend who's who's like walking herpes, the one I told her about, that specific young lady, something happened to her. And it was like a violent act of destruction against her. Ironically, I had a fantastic alibi out of the state, but that's not hearsay. Let's go on with the point here. I go there, I sit there, and I don't go to any police station without a lawyer. I'm not stupid. I read everything Rob Gavin writes about all the goddamn time. They look at me, I'm going to jail. This shit is done. So I go in there with a lawyer, and the guy's asking me questions, and then my lawyer looks at me, he's like, don't answer that. I'm like, fucking way ahead of you, big guy. How much of a fuck up in your 30s do you have to be to have that answer for your lawyer at that point? Like, really? I know, I've been here 17 times. I wrote this note down here. I don't know what I was doing at the time when I did it, but I said, this is going to be great. I'm just going to read it right off the fucking paper. Whores are great. I love them. I do. I love women. I love my women like I like my drug dealers. Money up front, zero protection needed for any moment. That's how we work. On that note, I am from New Jersey, so it all fits together in your heads. You know? And that's what people gave me shit about. They're like, how can you, being from New Jersey, talk about how dirty her vagina is? And I was like, well, first of all, I get it. Yes, my crotch is like an industrial waste plant that exploded, and it's just like Newark. Every fucking part of it, it's disturbing, okay? She's like the beaches of Fukushima after 2011. No readers in this fucking group here, Jesus Christ. I do a comparison of vagina to a tsunami disaster. You're all like, what? Fuck. So, yeah, no one reads in Albany. I don't know. I'm gonna end this whole little bit of shenanigans on a joke. My profession is a process server / private investigator. I'm a paid asshole, basically. So people pay me to stalk illegally. It's so much fun, you have no idea. And serve papers. I like delivering bad news to people because it makes sure that my day's always better than theirs. Okay, first and foremost. I drove up to Chestertown, New York. Now, if you're from around here, maybe Vermont, I don't know. You go up to exit 25 basically on the Northway. It's this shithole town. It's legitimately like 3 rows, a school, a volunteer fire department, and a Stewart's, and that's it. So I go serve this place. It's in the middle of dead of winter. It's about 2 degrees. Snow's packed everywhere because they don't plow off the actual one road. So you have to have a 4-wheel drive vehicle. I happen to drive a Kia. So, you ever see a baby trying to crawl on the floor and they just shake? That was what my car does in the snow, basically. So I pulled the bitch over and I said, fuck it, I'm going to walk in. I'm going to serve these divorce papers. This is the job. I get paid $75 to just serve one paper. Fuck it. I don't care. I'll walk in the snow. Walk down there, I knock on the door. I hear nothing. And I'm distinctly listening to the door and I just go like this. This sounds like people are fucking inside that door. Oh, it's interesting. They're still fucking though. So I'm like an asshole. I don't give a shit. I just keep pounding on the fucking door like I'm a sheriff department member. Like, come on. They're like, who is it? I'm like, delivery. Because I don't want to say what I'm there for because they won't come and answer the door. And to that whole won't come thing actually probably applies to what I did to that poor man this night. He can literally, I keep knocking on the door, then I hear somebody, they just go, 20 seconds! And I went, oh. That's specific. That is truly specific. And 21 seconds later, they both answer the door. Girl is in the robe, little blonde thing, older man. And she answers it. They're like, what? What the fuck, dude? What the fuck do you want? First of all, I'm just like, well, you know what? You two are together. I don't have to serve these divorce papers. That's fantastic. Girl who basically at this point has a look on her face like she's seen the Ark of the Covenant. So you have a fucking, you're fucking married, asshole? And I was like, this is the time where I get back in the car and run for my life. Guys, my name's Nick Anthony. Thank you very much.